All right, Nick. So obviously you've been running a car detailing business for the last 3 years, and you obviously carry a lot of responsibility. It's your own business. You're doing a lot of hours, but then you're also dealing with a lot outside of hours. Booking in customers, and it's taking a lot of time away from things you enjoy, from spending time with your family, with your missus, with your two kids. So you've told me that you wanted to change this, obviously, but can I ask you, when did you actually realize that you wanted to change, man?
About 6 months ago, man, to be honest.
Okay, well, 6 months is a pretty long time. Have you actually tried anything in the last 6 months to try and change?
Yeah, I've done a few things here and
Okay, man, well, tell me more. What did you actually try?
there. Tried the like reselling, like drop shipping as well. So I
Okay,
tried two things. Tried them for a little bit. I fell off. And then just came onto this, man.
okay, okay. So when did you actually try the dropshipping?
Um, Pretty much 6 months ago.
Right. Okay. And like, how long did you actually stick that out for? Because you told me you fell off, but how long did that last?
About 2 months, maybe a bit more, 2.5 months.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, so say 2.5 months. Right. Okay. So after that, so you didn't do anything for the next 2.5 months, then is what you're saying?
Um, nah, no, I didn't know.
Right, okay. I get that. So let's talk about the drop shipping, right? So obviously, what outcome were you actually looking for whenever you started with the drop shipping 6 months ago now?
Nothing come to leave my job, man, and just like have a fully either passive income or just a remote income was
Okay.
kind of the plan.
And were you able to achieve that outcome or
Um, no.
okay, okay. And what was actually missing for you to be able to, get what you want from drop shipping?
Um, Maybe a bit more knowledge on it.
Knowledge, okay. Why do you feel like that would have been important, man?
Knowing how to move with the market and actually do the right stuff. Do you know what I mean? To consistently make money.
Mm, right, right. So did you try and maybe get that knowledge somewhere? Like obviously you knew what was missing for you to be able to get the results that you wanted. So did you try and maybe find where you could get that knowledge?
Tried reaching out with the guys I was doing it with, but I didn't really feel like the knowledge that they were giving me was very valuable. Um, so yeah, it kind of just fell off. Didn't want to pay more money into something else just in case it was the same.
Okay, okay. So, because you told me you spoke to a few of the boys that were doing it to try and get some knowledge, but if you knew that they weren't going to give you the knowledge that you wanted, would you not have looked somewhere else?
Mm, I didn't know if dropshipping was the one for me, so I didn't know if I wanted to carry on doing it.
Okay, why do you feel like it wasn't the one for you, man?
Didn't know, I feel like it can be up and down. Want something a bit more solid.
Okay, I hear that. So even if you had the knowledge, you wouldn't go back to dropshipping then,
No, probably not. Probably not.
right?
Like it's more of a business model than a skill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I get that, man. Okay, so obviously, right, so move on past the drop shipping. So after the drop shipping didn't work, as you said, you fell off, right? So you essentially didn't do anything for the next 3.5 months. Like, why do you think that is?
Mm, Obviously, did that, lost some money, so just kind of went back to work for a bit.
Hmm.
Um, Stacked some cash. Obviously, still got the business to run. Um, just I don't know, just time went on, man. Time went on, procrastinated a little bit, I guess, around trying something else.
Okay. And like, so where did that procrastination actually get you, man?
Mm, no, closer to making money online.
And if you continue to procrastinate, where's that going to get you?
Mm, nowhere closer to making money online.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, you're very right in saying that. So tell me, so there's a term in psychology called imaginary devils. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, right? And it's basically voices inside people's heads that essentially control and put fear in them regarding things they want to do. So for some people, it could be laziness, fear of the unknown, fear of failure. Do you feel like any of them might have caused you to procrastinate?
Mm, fear of failure, maybe.
Right, okay. And do you feel like that fear of failure came from the drop shipping or maybe from a previous experience? Where do you think that actually came from, man?
Probably the dropshipping, to be honest. Never really thought about it, but yeah, probably the dropshipping. I think about it, yeah. Be a
Okay,
reasonable thing to say where it came from.
right, okay, no, I get that. But do you feel like just because you failed at drop shipping, like that was a valid enough reason to not do anything for the next 3.5 months and ultimately not get you any closer to your goals of breaking that distance between you and your family and your kids and your missus?
No, I guess not, to be honest. No, probably not.
Why not, man?
Just because you fail, man, doesn't mean you stop striving for what you want.
Yeah, exactly. You took the words straight out of my mouth, man. So, like, say for example, tell me, do you drive, man?
Yeah, 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 Gav.
Right, okay. So, whenever you were starting to drive, right, did you not maybe have that bit of fear whenever you were getting into the car for the first time with your instructor? Obviously, that was like, you weren't going to be brilliant in the first time you stepped into the car, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
Certainly, yeah.
so, like, how did you overcome that fear then?
Well, you just start, didn't
Hmm. So, yeah, so you just start, like, what, and then what from then?
Well, you learn and you get better, man.
Exactly, exactly. So why could you not have used the dropship and it's just a learning experience to get better and to ultimately get you closer to where you want to be, man?
Yeah, I think that's the best way to sort of look at it, man. I mean, it's a learning curve. I've done something. Know for next time, sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So, like, can you basically see how letting that fear of failure control you based on the fact that dropshipping didn't work? Do you see how that's been keeping you stuck?
Hmm. Yeah, it makes sense, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't just be worried about trying something just because something else worked out. Like, I mean, like I said, I didn't want to stick with it because it's not a business; it's a business model, not a skill.
Mm,
I think it's why like high ticket sales kind of interest me, man. Because if I can learn a skill, I can actually go and do it.
for sure. So, like for example, next time on, like what would you actually if you were to go back 3.5 months ago after you did the drop shipping, what would you have done differently?
Mm, probably stuck something up. Well, not necessarily stuck something up, but locked into getting into something pretty sharpish afterwards instead of just letting 3.5 months go by
Yeah,
until
exactly.
I end up on a call like this.
Okay. Because say for example, those 3.5 months ago after the drop shipping didn't work, I was to jump on a call and give you a guarantee that this would work for you, right?
Hmm.
Would you have taken action sooner?
Yeah, yeah, if it's a guarantee, man.
Okay, because essentially, like, tell me, like, what are you guaranteed right now if you continue to let that fear of failure control you?
Mm, being stuck in the same spot.
All right. And what are you guaranteed if you actually decide to take action and try to separate that distance between you and your family and the people that are important to you?
Probably the best chance.
Okay, so What would you rather do then, man?
Probably guarantee myself the best chance of success, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Because do you want to be the person that lets that fear of failure continue to control them? Or do you want to be the person that guarantees themselves the best chance by actually taking action and getting closer to where they want to be?
I'd rather guarantee myself the best chance, I suppose. Well, not I suppose I would.
Okay, okay. So why would you want to guarantee yourself the best chance as opposed to staying in the same position that you are?
Um, if I don't try something, man, I mean, I'm never gonna know that even if I could potentially get into the right place.
Mm, right, okay, okay. So based on everything like we just spoke about there, Nick, what do you feel like you would actually need from the solution to be able to overcome that fear of failure that's been controlling you up to this point? Well,
Probably to like not let the fear of failure get in the way. Kind of just take dropshipping as a lesson. I did it, I learned, I tried.
mm.
Okay, I don't want to learn a business model